Seville, Spain. This was a memorable trip to a beautiful city in Spain. My friends and I took the train into Seville early in the morning. In Europe, public transportation is big and can get you to your destination in a reasonable, cost-effective time. After the train, we took a shuttle bus to our destination. We were dropped off at the St. Sebastian's Meadow Gardens. The next stop was the famous Plaza de España, or Spain's Square. The Maria Luisa Park was incredible and built in 1928 for the Ibero-American Exposition of 1929. The design was a Moorish style with tiled fountains, walls, pavilions, ponds, benches, and more. What was incredible was to see all of the beautifully colored tiles everywhere. The entire place was stunning and looked like a great place to shoot some old movies. All around the outside of the buildings are alcoves representing the different provinces of Spain and showing when they were established. And some of these are small vendors where you can buy souvenirs. The entire area was a masterpiece of art and incredible to see. In the city, there are many sights that capture the eyes. Walking towards the river, I came across the Palace of San Telmo. This once was a university for navigators. Building began in 1682 and finished in 1847. The building since then has had many different uses and is now the official seat of the Presidency of the Andalusian Autonomous Government. The next site was Torre del Oro, or Tower of Gold. This tower was originally built in 1220 AD and was used primarily to protect the river. There was another anchor point across the river where a chain was stretched across to bar ships from going through. In medieval times, it was used as a prison. Now it is a beautiful icon to the landscape of the city and has been converted to a naval museum. Later, we walked around the city, taking in all of the beautiful architecture and history. The city has many different churches, and all of these were built long ago and are incredible to see in person. Many of the churches we passed by were not open, so we could not go in them, but looking at the artisticness of bygone generations was enough to astonish the mind. The next stop was Casa del Salinas. This was a 16th century home built under the influence of the Renaissance. The original family owned it from 1577 up until the 19th century, where it was acquired by Eduardo Ribera. Eduardo made this museum what it is today by refurbishing it and filling it with many historical items. The house sat in an area of the city where the most important traders came into the city and well-to-do families lived. The house offers an audio tour taking you through all the different rooms and hallways. The cost is relatively cheap, and the tour takes about an hour or less. After the beautiful house tour, we set out once again to explore the city, and then headed to Cadiz, where we roamed around and found the Bull Arena. The Bull Arena was built in between 1880 and 1883 and is one of the oldest buildings in town. The first bullfighting in Spain dates back to 711 AD, and the tradition is partly due to the Roman Empire's rule over Spain when gladiator games were common events. At the end of my day in Spain, I was blessed to be able to capture a gorgeous sunset on the beach, just like I see in California.